Welcome everybody to the On Deck Circle. This is our second time coming before you on Zoom. My name is Kenny R. Hampton, and we are coming live from Zoom on Facebook Live. I'm excited about this conversation that we're going to be having today because it's with one of my big brothers. He and I, we had the pleasure of spending some quality time together at Kentucky State University, where he and I both we were two sport athletes. I played baseball and football, and he played basketball and football. And we both had a lot of success on the field. We both had those league-bound dreams, and we did everything that we could to maximize that opportunity to go to the next level. Fell a little short. It transitioned into other things, and that's what the On Deck Circle is all about. It's about former athletes having that opportunity to have that platform to share their story about how passionate they once were about professional sports, and to now make that shift and that transition. But that transition can sometimes be the hardest thing, if not the hardest thing that we could ever go through as athletes. And if you have never experienced it, you have no idea the pain that we go through. But on top of that, he's dealt with some things such as grief. He's been dealing with, we're all dealing with a crisis right now. And then also he and I both, we've dealt with regret. So we're going to dive into that. We're going to talk about those three items today on the On Deck Circle. I'm excited. I'm honored. I'm humbled to even have this opportunity for him to take time out of his busy schedule to just spend a little bit of time with us to talk to some fellow former athletes and let us know exactly some of the things that he's going through so that maybe somebody else can be helped. Because that's what we do here on the On Deck Circle. We help others prepare for that next at bat in life so they can mess around and knock that thing out of the park. So without any further ado, I definitely want to introduce to many and I guess reintroduce to a few that I'm excited to have my good brother, my big brother. We call him Brady Bob. Yeah, and I call him B-Bob. But comedian Brady Bob is in the building with us today. I'm excited. Brother, go ahead and just, introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about like your story, where you started and what your childhood dream was, brother.
I was born by a river in a little tent. Whoa, just like a river I've been running ever since. Been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come.
Yes, sir. Yes, hey, people don't know that about you, that you actually can sing.
A little bit. No, I got that shower voice.
I've been to a few talent shows where you done grabbed the mic, brother.
Grab the mic. And everybody, hey, look, I don't know if you was at KC at the time where I had this song called Freaky Love. When I say the whole Kentucky State knew that song, man, that was out the chain, man. But yeah, I call myself, tell you a little bit something about myself, man. It's a blessing, man. God, God is great. And the type of person I am, man, I'm not scared to exhort God talents. He gave me a lot of talent. So I was just the type of person I'm not scared of failure. I've been around the world, I've been places a lot of people would never step foot on. That I know, friends, but man, there's just one thing about it, man. Me, God has given me a lot of talent, and I'm not scared to exhort it. I'm not having a narcissistic moment, but it's just something that God has given me a lot of talent. So that's the first thing. I got to give it to him first.
And I commend you for that, man, because when you and I talked earlier this week just about where you were in life and how things were going for you, man, you just kept saying, man, like God is good. Like this is all about what God is doing through my life. And you touched on something just now that's very important, how you've never been afraid to fail. Like you have failed, you failed forward, you failed trying to do something.
I failed so much, but the key is you don't quit. You always get back up and brush yourself off.
There you go.
You're gonna have some bumps and bruises, but are you dead? See, God gives me another, light and say, get back up, my brother.
Yeah.
You're gonna be all right. That's one thing I always, my father and my grandfather, the men that was in my life, man, hey man, you got to find you got to find yourself. And in order to find yourself, you're gonna fall.
Mm.
You understand? You're gonna trip. And if you don't trip, that means you found yourself.
Mm.
So my thing is, hey, I done tripped a lot of times. And it's almost like a game, like you remember back in the gap, we used to have those Nintendo games where you blow in it.
You gotta blow in the cartridge.
When the game starts tripping, you got blowing that thing, the Nintendo, and then you gotta place it in there, then you gotta wiggle it. You gotta wiggle it right.
Yeah.
And then you gotta place it in top, and the game play. That's Brady Ball. I ain't scared to press reset. You understand? There's a lot of people out here that's talented, but they scared of what people gonna say. I don't care what a person say about me. You understand? And that's one thing about Brady Ball. If a lot of people don't know, I'm competitive, but I'm not scared to fail. If I fail, I'm gonna fail at my hardest. If I fail, I'm gonna fail doing it at 100. That's what I'm saying. 100%. That's the type of person I am.
And I've always admired that about you. You've had moments where you did not care about what anybody said.
Don't care. Still to this day, don't care.
To this day, you don't care.
I don't care. So if you talk about B-Ball, I don't care.
Because they gonna talk about you if you're doing good, and they gonna talk about you if you're doing bad. So if they gonna talk,
Kenny,
you might as well move.
I call you Kenny, boo. Kenny. They talked about Jesus.
Facts.
So excuse me, I don't want to cuss. But what my black ass, they gonna talk about my black ass. So I don't care, man. That's one thing that's why God has given me so much success. Because I don't care what nobody say. My mother always instilled that in me, man. I don't care. You get your ass back up and you brush yourself off or you dead. That's first thing. Right. So I had one of those mamas. I had one of those tough mamas. My mama, she was a single parent, for the beginning of my life. Right. Then she got married 2 times. Man, my mama is one of the strongest women that I know. Right. I know somebody laughing right now. B-Ball can't talk. I got these braces. But my mother is one of the strongest woman that I know. You understand? She had 4 kids, and I'm the only boy. So that was already, destiny. You gotta do what you gotta do because you're a man. Right. And the point of my life, my father came in my life. He was always there, but he came in my life when I was around 13. That time where you really need a male figure in your life. I always stayed with my grandmother and my aunt. And my aunt, she passed. And my grandmother, she has Alzheimer's right now. So she can't remember. And a lot of things that happened in my life, it was because of the examples I saw at a young age. Right. When I say the young age, I saw my uncles going to the penitentiary and going to jail. You understand? And it was one thing about it. I stayed with my grandmother because I was the only boy. My sisters would be with my aunt. They'll be with my aunt or my mother. But I always clung to my grandmother. And I never forget, man, my grandmother was crying one day. And I didn't know why she was crying. I was probably about 7, 8 years old. And she was crying real hard. And I looked up to her and I said, Grandma, why are you crying? She just gave me a big old hug. And she said, I don't want you to never go to jail or get no trouble. And I was like, okay, grandmother. Okay, Granny. Her name was Granny. Right. Okay, Granny. Well, she was squeezing me so hard. And I'm like, Granny, I ain't gonna never get in trouble. but I can't breathe, Granny. Right. She was crying. I wiped her eyes. I said, I never ever put you through going down that route of jail and penitentiary because I didn't want to upset her. Right. Then my mother and my father, they told me that I ain't coming to get your ass getting into trouble. So, it was always that thing like, man, I got people I got to set an example for people. And then my mother and my grandfather, my daddy, my family is looking at me. Now I was bad. I can't lie. I got in trouble because I was a boy. But I never got into trouble. Whereas, I'm headed down the path of jail. And so that was one thing. I'll never forget another incident when I started staying with my father. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you know you're old enough. I'm a little older than you. It's this thing called Scared Straight. Remember Scared Straight back in the day?
Yeah.
But it was something on TV, Scared Straight. I think I was like in 6th or 7th grade because I started staying with my father in 7th grade. And man, Scared Straight was on, man. They were showing, they had all these men messing with these kids, taking them in a cell. And my daddy said, you get in trouble, your ass gonna go down. I said, Daddy, you ain't never got to worry about me going down. Yeah. He said, because I ain't coming to get you. I said, man, you know what? You ain't never got to worry about me going no jail, because that ain't something that I want in my life.
Yeah.
And so, I always had it in my mind at a young age, man. Hey, I ain't going to jail. Forget that.
So let's talk about that then. Let's talk about yeah, you went through some things and you see some things, and there's some promises that you had made to your loved ones. So what was your childhood dream then?
Man, to be honest with you, I wanted to be a drum major. Yeah. I used to dance back then. I thought I was turbo, B Street.
That's where the celebration dance come from when you score touchdowns?
No. See, a lot of people don't know. See, now I'm gonna break that down to you at Kentucky State. See, that dance came from George Floyd. That was me and George Floyd. See, what happened was, I know we're gonna talk about that, but the Brady Bob is really the George Floyd dance. A lot of people don't know that because Floyd used to do it, and we should do each other's dances. But I seen him do it one time, and I said, Floyd, I'm still that dance. I like that. Then you would have it be Bob.
So George Floyd was a dancer, huh?
Man, let me tell you something. This guy was, man, when I say one of the most, he like me, I'm silly. Everybody know B-Bob silly. Y'all know I love to laugh. And he was one of those guys on our team, man. It was Brady Bob, George Floyd, and this guy named Oscar Smallwood, #1 linebacker in Texas in 1993. George Floyd was #1 tight end, and we was the ones that used to get the team and have team morale and laugh and act silly and playing, and because we knew that the team, sometimes when you go into these big time games, people be uptight. Me, I used to dream the night before that or a week before, like when I scored touchdowns, I knew I was gonna score.
So it didn't catch you by surprise.
It was like, okay, this nothing. I know I'm gonna score some. I'm gonna make some big plays. Yeah. I'm gonna make some big plays because I dream. My grandfather always tell me, man, you need to dream about being successful. Because if you dream, it's in your head. So when your actions comes, it's normal. You understand? And I can tell you this: in 1992 and 93, 94, people used to throw flags if you dance in the end zone.
Yeah.
One thing about me, I never got a flag.
How'd you manage to pull that off?
I don't know, man. It was just God. Because, man, the referees, when I score a touchdown, the referees like, man, go dance. And I do my little dance and do something, and then they never threw flags on me because the crowd came to see my high school. But my high school, Jack Gates, was one of the schools that everybody in the city came to see.
Wow.
Flat out. It's nationwide. It is a historical Black high school. Historical. I've always managed to be around historical Blacks, historical things, dealing with historical events in my life. And I've always went to a historical school, Black school. For some reason, I don't know. But now that I'm older, I know why. It was God. God wanted me to be around my people. You understand? So now, to tell you, like it was, you asked the question, I wanted to be a drum major, man. I wanted to be a drum major in the band at Yates. But once I found out that I was good in basketball, I had to practice real hard. I thought I was Jordan. So I wanted to be in the band and play basketball. Okay. Football wasn't my first love because I didn't want to get hit. I didn't want to get hit. I was scared of the contact.
So when did you start playing football?
I started in this neighborhood, and I got to give credit to this guy. And this is here in Houston. It was this neighborhood these apartment complex called the Four Missionary.
Okay.
here in Houston. And this guy, I never get this guy name. He has a little league football team here in Houston, and it's called the Gators. They win championship, but this guy named Juber, he played for Yates. And he threw me my first touchdown pass, and he taught me how to catch. This is real talk.
Okay.
You understand? So this was probably, I was like 8 or 9 playing with the big boys. I wasn't scared as long as I can, because I was fast. As long as I can get away and not get hit, I was cool. You understand? But I never thought about playing football. But once I moved with my father, and the reason why I got so much love for music, because before I started staying with my father, I was a music head. I was a music head, hip hop music head. I had equipment. My stepdad had equipment. I was always amused about his equipment and studio and stuff. And I was a major music head. But once I got to my father's house, my father was strict. You ain't getting in no band. You gonna play sports.
Right.
So my dad wasn't up on, and
Yeah, he
growing up in Houston, a lot of people put the stipulation on how to make it out the hood. And you want to make it out the hood, you got to play some sports, you got to play ball, you got to get your education. My dad and my grandfather was hard on me about education, my family. But on my mother's side, they didn't care if you whatever you did, as long as you were successful. But my dad and them, they was big on sports.
Right.
And my daddy, on my daddy's side. So I started playing my 7th grade year, man. And let me tell you what happened in my 7th grade year, man. Because we got time to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got house bill in my 7th grade year. Never forget, first time in my life I made an F.
Wow.
Over my daddy. My daddy was strict. My daddy didn't play. My daddy he'll whoop that ass. Because he did not play when it came to grades.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. You understand? Mm-hmm. I never forget, I made a 58 in English. My daddy whooped my butt. And I said, I never ever failed in my life. That was the first time I ever failed and made a bad grade in my life.
Right.
And it was on the watch of my daddy. So me coming to my daddy's house and I'm playing sports for the first time, where it count, and I failed. And my daddy got on that butt. He got on that butt. But now, mind you, 7th grade year passed. I wasn't able to play basketball, so I had to sit out almost a whole year. And during that time, my daddy trained me that whole year. Every summer, my daddy will train me. Every summer, he'll train me. And that whole year, I saw a lot of my friends that played on the state team, because we went to state in 92. And they excelled in sports.
Yeah.
So that next year, I made it my business. I never failed again, and I did it. So from 1987 to right now, I made a promise to my life that I never fail in my grades. So once I got in the 8th grade, my life changed, because I was a spokesman for my class in my 8th grade year, 1989 or something like that, my 8th grade year. Mm-hmm. And I excelled in sports tremendously, football, and I thought I was Jordan. You understand? Man, for real, man, I was baby Jordan in the streets here in Houston. I was Jordan. I was doing everything, you know how I am, you know how I was, even when I got to college. You know what I'm saying? So I was baby Jordan. And I'll never forget, man, that same year, I ran for class president. Like, your middle school you went to?
Yeah.
Middle school you went to, I was Mr. Your middle school. Say, for instance, what middle school you went to?
So I went to Greenfield Peace Lutheran back in Detroit.
So imagine if you running for president or running for your middle school. My middle school, I was Mr. James D. Ryan, my 8th grade year. So I went from failing to excelling, and I felt that how people treated me when I was making good grades. And I'm like, man, I like this. My mother always trained me to say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no. I wasn't never a bad child. It was just sometimes you'll get in trouble. But once I got with my dad, he taught me how to be a man. He taught me what to do. And because he had that board, he'll whoop your butt if you don't do it, and that's what we need right now. Some
Yeah.
type of discipline. A lot of people don't like that disciplinary thing, but I'm telling you, I needed it because Black men, we need our fathers in our life. And
Amen.
my father was in my life at the time where I really needed him. So man, from ninth grade to 12th grade, man, at Jack Yates at my high school was crazy, man, because I broke so many records, receiving records. You know, I could have went to any college in the world. Do you understand me? In the world. In the world.
And so you ended up at Kentucky State.
No, I didn't.
Oh, go ahead.
Coming out of high school, I had to go to junior college.
Okay, got you.
I went to a junior college with my brother. I don't know if you know the rapper Big Pokey. That's my brother. It's one of my best.
You used to talk about Big Pokey back on the yard at K-State.
At K-State, man. And him, I, and this other guy named Walter Kemper, we all went to Blinn. We had a pack. We went to Blinn first.
Okay.
I was a true freshman at Blinn. I
didn't know that.
Yeah, I went to Blinn. The same where Michael Bishop and Cam Newton went.
Yep.
I was the reason why Blinn won 2 championships, because if it weren't for me, Michael Bishop wouldn't have came to Blinn. Yeah, we're gonna put that out there. Michael Bishop came to Blinn because I hosted him in the recruiting. And that's my brother, you know what I'm saying? Just like how you are, that's my brother. And he came to Blinn, and I actually got cut because what happened was the coaches wanted me to play strictly football, but they recruited me and they knew that I wanted to play 2 sports. So when I went out and made the basketball team, and they didn't have scholarship money for me to play basketball, I had to go back to the football. And they was like, man, we know you want to play basketball and football, but I was like, man, y'all, that's how y'all got me here. That's how y'all recruited me to come.
Right.
And so they lied to me. So I kind of went down a different road mentally, because here it is, I'm signing with a white college, a white junior college, which was great. They was great. I won't talk about them. It was a great program. Some of the best coaching I ever had in my life. And it comes from some white coaches.
Yeah.
You understand? That was real adamant about team. You know, they don't care if you was white, black, KKK, they don't give a damn. They trying to win. So one thing I liked about Blinn coaches, they were straight up, man. They'll tell you like, man, turn to it up, turn to the right. I don't care if you white or black or Hispanic. Hey man, that's your brother on this field, and we're gonna win together. That's all we come here to do, is win. So, like I said, my freshman year at Blinn, they threw me the ball 13 times. True freshman. Guess how many times I caught the ball? Every time they threw it to me.
13 times.
13 times. I never dropped the ball that was thrown to me. You know what I'm saying? So I was labeled as a true freshman. Once they cut me, Oklahoma State, Florida A&M, Tennessee, Michigan, all those colleges called me the same day when they found out, because I was a national receiver. I was one of the top receivers in 1994 in Texas. But a lot of people didn't know that once I got to Kentucky State. So I went through a few other schools, tried to find myself. I came home, watch this. I came home in 1997. So in that year time from 1997, because I got to Kentucky State in 1998, but from 95 to 96, I went to Northwest Mississippi with Zaman, Big Cletus, Hassan, Big Travis, a lot of those guys, you know, that went to Kentucky State. So I met them in junior college. Me and Zaman also went to Kahoma Junior College. So I went to a few other different colleges. Then I ended up going to East Texas A&M Commerce, and then I ended up going to Paris Junior College.
Right.
So I was tired doing all that moving around. Came home, I called myself trying to be a trap star. Be real, we're gonna be real. In 1997, some devastating stuff happened to me in my life, and I gave my life to God in 1998.
Wow.
Now watch this, 1998. I gave my life to God on a Sunday, talked to some NFL agents, the same people that I signed with coming out of K-State. I made a pact to them. If you could get me in school, this guy named Patrick Truesdale, Brian Overstreet, the Overstreet Agency. I said, if you can get me into college, I'll sign with you. So they got on the phone with this guy named Coach Jones. I don't know if you know Coach Jones, Coach Small. They're a little bit before you at Kentucky State.
For my time, yeah, I remember.
So I was at a hotel. My other friend, he ended up going to Mississippi State and then signed with Murray State and got picked up. His name was Kenneth Knox.
Okay.
I never forget, man. They came to my house. I had a trap house, man. We're gonna be real. You want the real or you want the fake about Brady Ball? Exactly. They came to a trap house, picked me up because I had my own house at 21, 22. I mean, 21, 20, 21, 22. I had my own house.
Mm-hmm.
It was a trap house. Came home. I'll never forget, my friend picked me up. I had some dope in my hand. Let's be real. The NFL agent slapped it out my hand. You tripping, boy. You're gonna be dead, man. You keep messing with that stuff. Excuse my language. They say you're gonna be dead, man. I thought about it. They took me to a hotel that night. Got on the phone with the Kentucky State football team coaches. Coach Small, Coach Jones, Coach Anderson. And they was like, if we can get you in school, would you go? Now, mind you, I could have went to Grambling or Florida A&M or Kentucky State, those three schools.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Because I got lost in the shuffle. Even though I was a big-time receiver, I got lost in the shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you get out of high school, you're supposed to automatically go to the next level, do 1 or 2 years, and then that's NFL.
Yep.
So God had it. He wanted me to go through this in my life. So what happened was I got to Kentucky State, man. I'll never forget, man. I talked to Coach Jones, talked to him, and gave my life to God on a Sunday. Wednesday, I talked to my pastor. He's my frat brother, Alpha, Reverend Davis. They gave me a ticket to Kentucky.
Right.
Told her, I said, man, you know what? I'll go up there. Never visited the campus, didn't know nobody up there. But all the guys that went to Northwest Mississippi with me, I knew them.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why because I could have went to Florida A&M or Grambling.
Mm-hmm.
But since I knew those guys that went to school with me at Northwest Mississippi, I said, you know what? I'll go up there. I never forget Mel Kiper had a book, and Big Cletus Hunt name was in there.
Yeah.
He was number 3 D tackle in the nation. And Pat Truesdale showed me the Mel Kiper book, and I looked at it. We was in a hotel. I looked at it. He's like, man, you know this guy right here? I like Cletus Hunt. Yeah, that's one of my dudes.
Right.
That's my guy that went to Northwest Mississippi with me. He was like, man, he's up at Kentucky State. So I got on the phone, and then mind you, a year prior to that, before that, Zaman was trying to get me there on a basketball scholarship. Coach Snowden, he's dead right now. He sent me a pamphlet. And I'll never forget, because I was like, man, this gotta be God. Because every day in my trap house, I had the pamphlet inside of my towel where I get my towels, and it was sitting there. It was Kentucky State. Now, this is 97.
Mm-hmm.
Not 98, 97, 98. In August, I gave my life to God on a Sunday. Wednesday, I got the plane ticket. Friday, I flew out to Kentucky State University.
Wow.
Flew out there. I leaped out on faith. And my whole thing in life was, God, if you give me another chance, Lord, if you give me another, I prayed this. I never forget. I prayed this. I said, God, if you give me another chance, Lord, just to play ball and go back to school. Now, mind you, I'm 23 years old now.
Right.
I should be in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I should be at 23. Should be in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Man, God granted me that. Like I said, gave my life to God. 1998. Once I got to Kentucky State, I said, God, you know what? And if you notice, now watch this, Kenny. If you notice me, I always had a smile on my face. Always happy. Always. And people like, man, Brady Ball, he do too much, or because I had made a pact with God. I said, man, if you get me out of this ghetto, get me out of these slums, get me out of this trap life, man, I had goals all in my mouth. I was grilled up, you know, that image of wanting to be a doughboy.
Yeah.
And that shit wasn't cool, man.
So you not only was able to laugh through your pain in life, you was able to laugh because there's something that's behind all of this, which is
Yeah.
the decision that you made
Yeah.
in August of 97 to give your life to God.
No, it was August 98.
August 98 to give your life to God.
And I made a pact with God. I said, man, if you can get me out of Houston, because I had a lot of friends dying, getting killed, and I'm my mother's only son.
Mm-hmm.
And I always remember what I made a promise to my aunt, my grandmother. I said, man, you know what? I'm not gonna go down that jail route. And like I said, those NFL agents came to my house with my friend Big Knots. And like, man, hey, you my homeboy Knots, I'll never forget, he was in a room with me that night. He looked at me, said, Bob, man, you gonna die, man. You gonna get killed out here in these streets. You're not no street dude, really. You do street thing, but you're really not a street dude, man. You people look up to you, man. And I thought about it, I said, man, you know what? I'm cool. I had just made the arena. I went out for the arena football team here in Houston and made it. I made it, but the team folded. And so,
relate to that story.
You know what I'm saying?
That happened to me. That happened to me multiple times in my pursuit. You know, you sign with an arena team and you'll have something going. The next thing you know, because of lack of finances, boom, they go ahead and close the team or shut down the league. I've been there.
Yeah.
But there's something that, man, that you touched on, man, is that in the midst of all of that stuff that was going on and all those valleys that we went through, God was still able to help us navigate through those dark moments, because people don't realize how painful it is for us to endure that kind of stuff, because we have a lot riding on that.
A lot of riding on it.
You're thinking about taking care of mom and your folks and your grandmas. Yeah. You're thinking like, this my avenue.
This is my avenue.
We don't sign up for it to fall apart. It falls apart, and when it does, it hits you right in the mouth, and you like, oh my God, what's going to be the next?
Yeah. So once I got to Kentucky State, man, I'm gonna tell you this. I said, man, you know what? I'm gonna always have a great attitude. I'm gonna say yes, ma'am, no, sir, because it's nobody at Kentucky State like in the administration. You can ask Coach Small and Coach Jones. I never was a disrespectful guy, because I was grown. I'm a grown man coming to Kentucky State. A lot of people didn't know that back in the day. I was 23 when I touched Kentucky State campus. I'm really a grown man. I had already done stuff in Houston that to the point where, like, man, you know, why are you even trying to go back to college? And one thing about it, I'll never forget, Pat Truesdale, his name Pat Truesdale. He said, man, that arena stuff, man, that ain't what's up. You need your college degree. You're gonna get your degree, man. But my thing is, okay, I'm trying to go to the league.
That's everybody's dream at that time.
Man, I'm trying to go to the league. All right, man, you get me in school. I'm trying to go to the league.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't know this. My first year at Kentucky State, I had to walk on football. I walked on because they didn't have they let me come to camp 2 weeks after tour days.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So we got the same story, right? Because I had to walk on, and I didn't participate in my first training camp because I had shoulder surgery. I remember that. I didn't start practicing my 7th week of the season. And shout out to Coach Phil Smith. He's actually tapped in right now with us on Facebook.
Oh, yeah?
He helped me out tremendously to navigate through that time of like, man, I'm really at the bottom of the depth chart. Like I'm the practice squad at this point.
Yeah.
I had that work ethic and that drive because I was hungry, and I figured, you know what? Hey, these guys might have the experience over me, or maybe, but you're not going to outwork me.
Yeah.
Hard work, I was able to push myself up to the depth chart to the point where, hey, once I started playing, it was a wrap.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this, Kenny. When I saw the stats of Kentucky State University, they was a 4 receiver set school. FAMU was a 4 receiver set.
Okay.
The only reason why I didn't go to Grambling is because Eddie Robinson came to my high school to recruit me. He was leaving. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to go to Grambling. Because Eddie Robinson, he leaving, so I'm not going to go.
Which is a legendary coach.
Now, mind you, I had every coach in America recruit me. So once I talked to Coach Jones on the phone and Coach Small, they was at Grambling. And they was like, Pat Truesdale like, man, I got Brady Bob on the phone. He want to come down there and play receiver for y'all school. Man, I promise. I can hear Coach Jones scream, "What? You got Brady Bob?" Yes, we'll take him. Yeah, man. Oh, they was excited. I'm like, man, how they know me?
Right.
How do they know who I am? Wayne at Kentucky State. I didn't know what Kentucky State was. I didn't know it was a historical black college.
Right.
I didn't know, but I knew Grambling and I knew FAMU. So when I heard the excitement in Coach Jones' voice, I got on the phone with him. And what was so crazy about it, if you know Coach Jones, he's a white dude, but I thought he was black on the other end, a white coach.
Wow.
Cool in the mud, cool as a fan. And so I'm talking to a black guy.
Right.
Yeah, man, I come up there, I come up there. Got off the phone with him. Man, when I say they pulled some strings, I told them, this is what I told them. I said, the only way I come to Kentucky State, if y'all give me my own room and I'm able to play basketball. And they were like, you can do whatever you want, as long as we get you here.
Right.
But, you know, I had heard that before.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Man, let me tell you something, man. I never forget, I got to Kentucky State a Friday night. They was playing somebody. I think they were playing Tuskegee, away game. Zayman and T. Hill came pick me up from, you know Zayman and T. I don't know if you know T. Hill.
I don't know. You talking about Tyrone
He
Hill?
played baseball. He played baseball. He a little older than you.
I know both of them.
T. Hill.
Yeah.
He from Mississippi.
Yep.
So they came and picked me up from the airport. And Zayman wasn't on the travel squad himself because I think he was trying to get cleared up too. So now, mind you, me and Zayman went to two different other junior colleges, Kahoma and Northwest, and we was the man there in receiver. We was the man. So Zayman was like, man, once you get here, man, you got to shine, B-ball, you got to do your thing. And I never forget. I was like, man, you know what it is when I get there. You already know. So they played Tuskegee and lost. I think they lost to somebody. And then the next week was a bye week. So you got people like, when I say people like the DBs and the DBs, people like Chris Pointer, CP, you know CP. You got people like Keys. You got people like Kerry Scott, Doc Butler, Demetrius Gay. You got Corey Stroud. You got top of the line DBs in the history of colleges that had to come to Kentucky State. Kentucky State was like Division I. All the players were really Division I players, but either they got in trouble or they couldn't get their grades, so they had to come to Kentucky State. So we were stacked.
Yeah.
Man, I got to Kentucky State, man, was killing. When I say killing,
I heard you was an animal.
Killing. No, you got to. Because some people will say, oh, man, ready to walk. But let's be real. I got up there and I was killing in practice.
Mm-hmm.
Killing. It was stupid. Now, mind you, Coach Jones them said, man, if we get you here, I got there. They end up giving for me 3 years. 3 years. 3 more years. Mm-hmm. They found a way to give me 3 years.
Right.
And I was like, man, I got 3 years here. And I'm 23 years old. I'm already a grown man mentally.
Right.
So my mind frame is like, okay, smile, have a good time, but I'm finna tell y'all what up.
Right.
When I get on that field. See, and they didn't know I was an All-American receiver in Texas. Now, you know how big Texas is?
Yep.
No. Do you know how big Texas is?
No, I don't know how big Texas is. I'm
football.
Agreeing to your acknowledgement that Texas is big.
Man, I was the #1 receiver in Texas, man. In some polls, #2. So imagine me, Zayman, and the people from Northwest Mississippi, like Big Travis and them, JJ, Mike Mason, Hassan, T. Hill, Zayman, they knew who I was.
Right.
In Mississippi. They already knew. And so I'll never forget, Big Travis told me this story. He said, man, before I got there, they were saying, Coach Smile was like, man, we got this kid coming in named Brady Ball. And everybody laughed, Brady Ball, what the dude is that? So Big Travis stood up, he said, all right, y'all laughing. He gonna come take somebody's position.
Right.
And everybody that went to Northwest like, yep, y'all gonna learn. He cold. Not putting myself on a pedestal. I let somebody else do it.
Letting them know, like, nah, he legit.
I wasn't even there yet. I hadn't even stepped foot Man, I got to practice with the team. We had a bye. So that whole week I practiced, killed. So, you know, the next week we played Albany State.
Okay.
So guess what happened? We losing against Albany State in the back at Kentucky State University. We losing
Right.
28-0. This is a true story. I never forget. Some of the receivers was dropping the passes. They were dropping passes. So Big Travel, because now mind you, I'm killing in practice.
Right.
I'm killing in practice. So Big Travis was in the game, and Big Travis looked at me. He's like, man, they dropping the pass. He looked at me. He told Coach Smile, man, put Brady Bob in the game. And Coach Smile looked at me. He said, you ready, Bob? I said, yo, Coach, I'm ready. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And then you know how I am. Well, you never played with me, but you have to understand the type of person I am. Everything is funny to me. I'm like, uh-oh, I'm getting in the game. Uh-oh, y'all, it is. Now we down 28-0.
Right.
What are you laughing for, man? We losing. But I know the pact that I had with God before I even got to the school. Like, man, you got to catch everything. You got to do everything better than you did. You got to be better.
That's
so
it.
I never forget. I got in the game, man. They put me on kick return. Now, mind you, I'm an all-state punt return and kick return.
Right.
Punt return and kick return here in Eastern. They kicked it to me. Boop, kicked it to me. We at K-State. Who I catch it? Bam, come out and kneel the ball because they kicked it in the end zone. So I kneeled, so we got it at the 20. I never forget. White quarterback, because we had white quarterbacks at K-State. This guy named Jason Martin.
I had one too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though it's a black college,
Yeah.
we had a white quarterback the same year named Mike Valarich. Was cold, was breaking all type of NCAA records because we had a pro set offense.
Right.
Man, I'll never forget. So this is third string. They put me in at third string. Kenny, when I say the first play came to me, I caught like a square end. Caught it, bang, boom, catch it, go for about 20, and get up and do because we the Broncos, the thoroughbreds is like the Broncos. So I do the get up. So that's my first catch. I caught it, bam, caught it. I'm getting up clapping in front of everybody. Uh-oh, I'm here. Bob here. And so now, mind you, we wasn't on the home side that year. You know how K-State usually be on the home side?
Right.
We weren't even on that side. We was on the other side.
Okay.
So I'm telling Coach Smile, uh-oh, Coach Smile. Uh-oh. And Big Travis was like, I told y'all. Big Cleveland was like, I told y'all. Zayman was like, uh-oh. So Zayman in with me too, you know what I'm saying? So they come right back to me the next play, hit me with a quick out, by another 15 yards. Bam, so we at the 50. Jason Martin.
Okay.
The very next play, they give me the Couch. I don't know if you remember Couch.
Yeah.
Alistair Couch.
Yeah, I was the Couch.
Couch and C. Hill was in the game. Couch was at fullback, C. Hill was at, and give the Couch. Couch gets stopped like on the, no, I'm lying. Let me tell you. I think it was C. Hill. C. Hill got it, bam, bam.
Okay.
And he did a little something. They come back to me the very next play, hit me with a quick slant for about another 10 yards. So that's 3 catches. All in the fourth quarter. Last drive. It's 8 minutes left. 4 catches. The very next play, I never forget. Jason Martin threw me the ball over 2 defenders.
Okay.
I went deep. He threw me the ball deep. And I jumped over everybody. And the 2 DBs for Albany State caught it and drug them into the one and dove in. I tried to dive in and the referee said I was out at the 1, which I wouldn't. I scored. I scored. I really scored. And then the next play, they gave it to C. Hill. He ran it in.
Touchdown.
Man, when I say Coach Small and Coach Jones was so happy. Coach Small said, uh-oh, we got somebody. We got a new one here. We got a baller.
Hey, Gino, you know Gino Miles. So Gino, he just dropped in the chat, man. He said that he remembered that game. He was there at that game. He said, open the floodgates at that.
Open the floodgates.
Yeah.
You understand? So mind you, from that game, Kenny, now mind you, I got 3 years left.
Uh-huh.
From that game, I started every game at Kentucky State.
That's all it takes.
I walked on. Walked on. Now, you had guys that had scholarships. I walked on. Give me that.
That's something, man. You know, that's similar to my story, man. Being a basketball player, coming on as a walk-on and not playing to my 8th week of the season. And I caught that game winner. Now, that was my second year. My year I had to go to grad school against Miles College. I went for 3 for 96 that game.
Yeah.
And, like, who was this kid or who was this guy that thought he could just come from baseball to football and be successful?
Yeah.
But when you believe in yourself and when you allow God to just order your steps, man, you'll do some things that people will look around and be like, how did that happen? Like, he don't belong here. And this guy, like, okay, what you mean he don't belong here? I placed him there.
Yeah.
That's a part of our story, man. And that's something that you touched on. You know, you would laugh when it was time to go ahead and play. So,
man, I'm talking about silly.
Continues to be a part of your story, and for you to ultimately be today a comedian.
Silly. Kenny, you don't understand. Me and Zayman and people like P Funk. I don't know if you know P Funk.
I remember him.
Man, we'll be in the locker room jamming UGK, laughing, ranking. Wow, but I've been doing this my whole life. And when I'm looking at other players, they serious, they mad. Man, we finna go play a game. You prepared all week.
People don't understand that part about the process and about preparation. Practice and leading up to a game is the hardest it should ever be.
Yeah,
once the lights are on and it's time to go execute, you gotta just enjoy yourself and have fun.
Yeah.
So you've been able to tap into something that a lot of people should really take a note of, because if you laugh and you prepare, you can find yourself walking into tough situations with a smile on your face.
With a smile on your face, man.
I'm ready.
But I was prepared like that from my high school, Jack Yates.
That's a big deal.
An all-black high school. We the only school in Houston history to ever compete in a state game, ever. Ever. No other Houston school, all-black school. So imagine that when I'm going against, this is easy because I prepared for this in high school. Yeah. So when I get to a black college, when I know I'm supposed to be at a Kentucky, when I know I could be at a Louisville, when I know I could be at a Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I could be I'm supposed to be at Michigan. I'm supposed to be at Miami. When I come to a small school, it's nothing, man. Plus, I'm a grown man. I like
how you looked at it like that, because a lot of times, big time athletes or Division I prospects, they look down on that opportunity. They look at it like, you know what, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go through the motions, and that's what allowed me to kind of have a leg up against some of my competition once I left K-State, because the hunger wasn't there for a lot of those guys who didn't get drafted. But for you to see it as an opportunity to say, you know what, I should be dominating here. That's what I'm gonna do. I didn't know that Gino was a walk-on as well. I had no idea. Like, Gino was one of the coldest receivers to come through K-State.
Hey, let me tell you something about him. Let me tell you, that's that. And now Gino, he gonna laugh because he knows. Gino used to come up to the school when he was in high school. And I used to always, him and Marcus Wright, I always talk to him and show them love. Them my babies.
Marcus Wright is a K-State legend.
Them my babies though. You know, even though I'm older than them, but I never ever, you know, some people have be successful, and then you see kids coming in, they'll come and play basketball with us. I used to love little Gino and Marcus, right? Because they had heart. I'm like, man, they remind me of me. They lived in, but they had heart. Yeah. They had heart. And I'm not saying it just because you got to understand, I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
Who am I to not give people that's younger than me strength mentally? Because if they come, they was raised in that area. So if they come to a K-State game and they see somebody like me, and if I was the type of person like excuse my language, shitting on them, what type of experience would they have had? They probably wouldn't even want to come to K-State. But I always showed them love. And once I finished my career at Kentucky State, I was so proud to see him out there balling. I'm like, they're my babies in my head.
Marcus,
You know what I'm saying?
Bright,
Even you.
tore it up. No, I appreciate
you.
that, man. I
You know
appreciate
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you know, to elaborate again, I never forget, man. And my football career, I had 3 years left. My last year, I was All-American Black College. I'm an All-American in Black College. All-American. I was leading the nation in receiving the first 4 weeks with my quarterback John Harris. Now, RIP to my one of my quarterbacks, Jimmy passed. He had some stuff going on with his grades. So John came in my senior year. Man, when I say we killed, oh my goodness, we were breaking records. It was really like cheating. It was because
I had a cheat code, man.
Yeah, we had a cheat code, like no lie. I'm a grown man, and we 4 receiver set. Now you got Greg Graves, you got Zayman on the outside. Then you'll have Phil Smith in the middle, or you have Stowe in the middle. Then you have me in the slot.
Yeah, y'all was loaded.
Loaded.
Y'all was loaded,
man. Loaded. My first year at Kentucky State, we had some of the best receivers that I ever seen.
And y'all had All-American track stars too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Track stars.
We had people like Kerry Scott, Phil Smith, CP, Christopher Pointer coming from Louisville. Man, I mean, it was stupid. Sean Redmond.
Yeah.
Oh man, and we had Ace Brown. We had the #1 running back in the world.
Come on, Alvin.
Ace Brown.
Yeah, Ace. Yeah.
Ace, man, I mean, then we had Alistair Couch.
Yeah.
We was loaded, man. Yep. We was loaded. When I say loaded, it was stupid talent at Kentucky State University.
No, I agree.
And one thing about it, that first year, I'll never forget, man. Coach Coles from Lexington, he was walking down the campus. And I saw him, and Zayman said, "I go to basketball coach right there."
I remember. I know him.
I called him, and Coach Coles will tell you. I asked him. I said, "I play basketball too. They said I can come here and play basketball at this school. Can I come and play?" He was like, "Man, we'll give you a shot." Gave me a shot. Made the basketball team. Made it. 2 sports. No scholarship. Walked on football and basketball. And started. Wow. Started. Now basketball, gotta be honest with you. I was like the 6th man. I was like Lou Williams and I was like Crawford. Coming off the bench, man, it'll be so crazy in that gym at Exum. When I come off the bench, and when the football team see me get in the game, oh my goodness, Kenny,
they go crazy.
B-ball, B-ball. Hey, you hear Javar? You hear somebody like Javar? You know what? Yeah, God, B-ball. Because one thing about it, it was a family, man. Kentucky State football team and basketball team.
Yeah.
I know for a fact, I bridged the gap because the basketball team was on the 2nd floor at Young and the football team was on the 1st floor. Now, I had my own room. They treated me like a king, man. I can't lie. Right. Kentucky, I had to walk on, I had to prove myself. What I'm saying was I proved myself to the T. Right. To the T, man. You can't ask for a better. I couldn't do it better than what I did, man. I couldn't, because every day I woke up, I said, you know what? I got up every day, man, I'm gonna have fun here, man. I'm gonna love people. I'm gonna show love to people. Even though it was so competitive back in the day, people did show me that same love all the time. They didn't really know who I was, really. You understand?
That happens.
I had to reinvent myself.
Right. You got to introduce yourself. You got to introduce yourself.
I could have went to any school in Texas. I could have went to any school in Texas, but I was like, you know what? Reinvent yourself. I reinvented myself, man. Yeah. And it was all because of God, man. I made a pact with God, man. I'm like, man, if I get down here, man, I'm gonna do my thing, man. I'm just flat out. I got so many friends down here. The campus was beautiful. Oh my goodness. And for myself, man, you know, I always stress, you know, Black schools. For God to put me in a Black college, and to excel the way I did, it was because of God, man. I'm telling you, man. It was
truly a blessing, man. I thank God for my time at Kentucky State. I've built some incredible relationships there. it's funny because the chat on Facebook is full of thoroughbreds, and to know that all of them we got outstanding relationships with, that's just a blessing. It's more like a big family, an extended family.
Yeah.
Go to an HBCU,
Yeah.
like a homecoming. It's a homecoming where you feel like, hey,
It's love, man.
they're nothing but brothers and
It's
sisters,
love.
man, that I
It's love.
grew up with. So
It's love.
let's talk a little bit about how you went through the whole league bound path.
Man.
You went as hard as you could, and then let's talk about that transition of how life told you, nah, it's a wrap. So like, what's gonna be next for Bebop? I know you're doing comedy now. How did you make that transition from this is what it is? Because obviously, comedy has been something you've been doing your whole life. It's been funny ever since I've known you.
Seriously, the whole life. So look, watch this. This is a great transition. Hold on, my son. Hey, I'm on the phone. I'm doing something. Don't you see? Okay,
What's up?
that's fat up, man. Oh, fat up. So look, man. You know what's so crazy? The transition, man. Now never forget, man. Those same guys. Remember I told you about those same guys.
Mm-hmm.
Those agents. See, a lot of people don't know. Now we grown. I can say it. I had NFL agents at every game.
Mm-hmm.
I had scouts, agents, and scouts at every single Kentucky State football game.
Mm.
Unknown. They'll fly. See, this is what people don't know. You got to be careful because a lot of people don't know, but a lot of people do know.
Uh-huh.
It was a hush thing. It was quiet because you couldn't really, tell or say nothing. Man, I'm talking about NFL agents. Yeah, we're gonna keep it real. They'll send me vitamins and send me parachutes and send me shoes, gloves, because I was an all-state receiver.
Uh-huh.
They'll fly to all these games. We play against Fort Banning. We play against Tuskegee. We playing against all these different schools. They in the stands watching Brady ball, and I'll be in the stands playing, knowing that they there, because I knew who I made a pact with. 3 years now, mind you, I done went through 2. This is my last season at Kentucky State.
Right.
Now I'm the #1 receiver in Black College.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people don't give me that credit because they don't know. I had about 800 yards in 4 weeks.
Oh wow.
800 yards, yeah, in about 4 weeks.
You was cutting up
Because me and John Harris, which is my frat brother, my alpha brother,
yeah.
he's my line, he's my rock. We'll study like after practice. We'll be in a room studying tape. Man, B-ball, you need to do this. B-ball, cut your route out, man. Hey, man, go across. He knew that I was gonna catch it.
Mm.
Our line was a little shaky, so he needed to go quick game. And he told Coach Anderson, we need to go quick game because I need to get the ball out quick. So put Brady at the slot. Oh, why you do that? Because I'm going against guys that's 19, 20 years old.
Right.
I'm 25 years old, man.
Yeah.
I'm a grown ass man going against these babies. Right. So of course, let me do my thing and because I'm supposed to be in the league. So I'll never forget, man, Kansas City came to run me. And I had a chance to cheat. When I say I had a chance to cheat, this is real talk.
Mm-hmm.
I was at basketball. This is my junior year. I was just coming off basketball, and the Kansas City came to run me, and everybody ran. And the Kansas City Chiefs was like way down there with a 40.
Uh-huh.
I was so scared to cheat. I was so scared. I said I want to do it the right way. Now, a lot of people like, man, you stupid. You should have cheated up like on the 40 time. But I still end up running a 4.49.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So imagine if I would have cheated up, I probably would have ran a 4.3.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But the whole thing about it is, I said, I'm gonna stay true to myself. Mm. So I'll never forget this guy named Kerry Scott. I don't know if you remember Kerry Scott. Remember Kerry Scott?
Yeah,
C. Scott was one of the he made second team conference. Now I made all state, all Black college. He made second team conference. Mm-hmm. But the guy was 6'3", 4'3", lead material. Mm-hmm. When I say I used to go up against him and Doc Butler and CP and Keys and Kirk Kenner, them DBs made me tough.
Oh, I bet.
And I say tough. So I knew I was ready.
Right.
Man, Kentucky State had some of the most, man, them guys was tough, man.
Man, you going against those guys
Every day.
remind me of the battles I had with Marcus Wright. You know,
Yeah.
Marcus Wright is still one of the coldest that my eyes have ever seen up close. The dude was phenomenal DB. He actually play receiver.
Yeah.
He was an incredible return specialist.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that big.
Yeah.
I've seen him return kicks where he gotten tackled like 3 or 4 times and still took it to the house.
Yeah.
But he would do that like it was nothing. But I also came up with guys that was great at the receiver position too, like your Jeremy Douglas, Jerome Bryant, Little Ski, Doodoo, DDT. You know, watching Gino go out there and do his thing.
Yeah.
I had a chance to kind of see those guys compete at a high level to be like, wait a minute, those are the little things, those are the notes I need to be taking.
Yeah.
Myself caught up to speed, be able to go out there and compete.
Now, mind you, those same guys, the same guys that you said, those are some of the guys that was always at our practice and knew about Kentucky State and knew the tradition we had on the team.
Right.
People like Gino, Marcus Wright, Lil Doodle, they used to come out and practice.
Yeah.
In the summertime, they'll see us working out. And I'll never forget, man, they always was focused. And always was the type of kids that
serious for sure.
We made them want to come to Kentucky State. We like no lie.
Right.
We made them because they could have went anywhere in the world. They could have went, anywhere, but they came to Kentucky State. So we always made sure that I did to make sure that those younger kids that come through these programs and they see us out here practicing, we show them love. What's up, man? Come hoop with us in the gym. Come hoop with us at Bell. And it was always something. Now, the transition, what I was trying to tell you was, I'll never forget, Kerry Scott was the ultimate prototype receiver. Prototype DB.
Right.
Used to give him trouble. He gonna tell you, but we used to give each other, I beat him sometime, he'll beat me sometime.
Right.
I played kick return and punt return with CP.
Okay.
And left field.
Okay.
Left field Smith. You had to be fast.
Yeah.
For some reason, I wasn't fast, but I had that Peter Warrick vision, Peter Warrick skills. And I used to run it back just like Marcus Wright and CP and Field. We used to run it back. But my goal was, I know for a fact, if I could just get in a training camp, I'll be all right.
Right.
So when I got out of Kentucky State, I come out, I'm the #1 receiver in Black College. Come out. Let's be real. One of them. So the same people that I was telling you about, the scouts was in the stands, Mr. Cecil and them. They was in the stands coming to all the games. And I ended up signing with Brian Overstreet. Now, mind you, that same year, this 2001, Brian Overstreet only signed 3 receivers and the rest D linemen. He signed 3 receivers.
Okay.
3 receivers. He signed 3 receivers that year. Guess who the 3 receivers were?
Who?
Quincy Morgan from K-State, Kansas State, Antonio Ferguson from Texas A&M, and Brady Bobb from Kentucky State University. That means a lot, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, mind you, Quincy Morgan went to Blinn. He went to Blinn Junior College.
Okay.
All right. People use, and this is one of my closest friends that's in the NFL. I got a whole bunch of them. You understand? I got a whole, when I say a whole gang of them, because they know that was in the NFL. They know that I was supposed to be in the NFL too. They know it. Everybody knows it. Our coaches got terminated that year. Coach Small, Coach Jones, Coach Anthony, all of them left. So it really wasn't nobody on the phone for us when
Right.
NFL scouts used to come in.
Mm-hmm.
Coaches was gone. Wasn't nobody really there. But it was a good thing that I signed with Brown Overstreet. When I signed with them, they signed me, man, and I came back down here to Houston and worked out, man, got my body in shape. I was cut up, came back, ran for the Bengals. Ran a 4.47.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fastest I ever ran. 4.47, 4.46. Fastest I ever ran. I was supposed to go to Dallas, not knowing Mr. Hicks, his name Bill Hicks.
Okay.
Old school guy, white guy, Bill Hicks. And I never forget, man, he came and ran me. Who else came? The Philadelphia Eagles, the Bengals. The Bengals used to work me and Kerry Scott out in the back of K-State. They worked us out probably about a week straight, every day, me and Kerry.
Because they right up the road.
Yeah, so what's so crazy about it, I end up getting a shot with the Bengals.
Mm.
It was a little free agent thing.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, I was supposed to went to Dallas, though. I was supposed to went to Dallas.
Mm.
So it was something real quick. You know, I went to like a mini camp, you understand? Right. And I was out there acting bad. I did my thing. And what happened was, shit, the DB coaches, imagine this. You playing football, you've been playing receiver your whole life.
Yep.
Am I right or wrong?
Yep.
So what happened was, I'll never forget, we was like a little mini camp. We was in Georgetown. We was at Georgetown. It was like a little camp up there at Georgetown. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget, the dude that recruited me, that was recruiting me and Kerry, the recruiter from the Bengals, he wasn't there. So he knew that I played receiver and Kerry played DB. Mm-hmm. And Kerry ended up signing. See, Kerry's supposed to sign with the same agent I signed with, but he didn't. He signed with somebody else. He signed with some white guys. Mm. And mind you, me coming out of college, I could have signed with Tom Condon, the same NFL agents with that had Peyton Manning and Archie Manning. I mean, Manning brother.
He's had a lot of first-round draft picks.
But they wanted to, you know, sign me. But I made a pact with the black agent, Brian Overstreet. I said, I'm gonna sign with them because they was down with me. You know, that would have been kind of like wrong for me to go and sign with somebody else.
Yeah. Because
I always had this thing, if you good, they'll find you.
Right. Absolutely.
If you good, they'll find you.
They will.
So I end up getting a little, you know, little walk-on deal, but it wasn't much. You know, I hadn't made it, but I was out there catching everything. And I never forget, man, the DB coaches was like, receivers over here, DBs over here. So I was going over there to the receiver side. And then the coaches was like, son, where you going? I said, I play receiver. I'm going to the receiver side. He's like, man, the DB's over here. Where you going? I said, I play receiver. Now, mind you, this is the same year you got Chad Johnson. Mm-hmm. You got, I think the guy that got ran over, I think his girl ran over his head or something like that in the back. He was in the back of the truck. Henry or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was Chris Henry, I believe was his name.
Henry, him. So and it was 01, the same year that Chad Johnson got. You got Peter Warren. So they were stacked at receiver, not knowing that the Bengals labeled me as a athlete. Because mind you, I play football and basketball. Mm-hmm. Punt return, kick return, receiver. But I'm shorter than you. You know, I'm at 6 feet. You 6'4"?
4? Yeah.
So imagine me, if I was in the right mind frame, I would have been prompt to be for a DB.
Right.
So my window of opportunity closed so quick. It closed. Bam. The window closed. They wanted me to play DB, the Bengals. And that same year, all the DBs got hurt on the Bengals team. Mm. Yeah, man. So mind you, I'm at K-State. I'm at Kentucky State watching it. Really can't watch it because my stomach is toe up.
Talk about, so pause right there. What you just said, that is something that I have said multiple times. It was difficult when life told me I was no longer playing football. Yeah. It's very difficult to continue watching that sport because it really makes you want to throw up.
Yeah.
It makes your stomach turn to the point where I would hate seeing or hearing SportsCenter come on. A reminder of where I'm mentally, I still can play this game. And I see guys that I trained with or competed against, like the Jacoby Jones and you know, guys that went on to continue to play. You like, bro, I can still play this game. So I had to stop watching Sports Center. I deleted the app on my phone and literally had to detox myself. I didn't even want to go around certain relatives because that's what they want to talk about was what? Our playing day.
Yeah. Now, I never forget, man, the NFL scouts when they came in, they said, man, you 20, 25 years old, 26 years old. You old, man. They told me that. You old. You're a rookie. Yeah. Because I had, you know, that little time in my life where I didn't know for certain what I would want to do. I was jumping from school to school. Yeah. That hurted me. Yeah. Because when I got to Kentucky State from 22 to 25, 23 to 25, that was the time where I was in my prime. Yeah. Yeah. So what I did at Kentucky State, the NFL, the Dallas scout said, "Oh, you caught 75 balls. 75 balls." I'm like, "Yeah, yes, sir. I caught 75 balls." He said, "Man, oh, okay. You're supposed to do that." Now watch this. That same year, 01, I was number 2 in the recruiting list in the state of Kentucky at receiver. You understand? Yeah. The number 1 was the dude from EKU, Bannister, somebody like this, last name Bannister. Brady Ball was number 2, and Eric Kelly for Kentucky, the top receivers. Yeah. So we'll go down to Kentucky, and the UConnect saying this, they wouldn't let us run. At UK? Yeah, UK. They wouldn't let the black school run. They wouldn't let nobody. They wouldn't let us run. When the scouts came, you know, because I was following pro day. See, we had our own pro day at K-State. K-State, yeah. But it wasn't official because the coaches was gone. So it kind of messed up put a lot of us in the shuffle. Yep. And it was a good thing that I did have an agent. It was a good thing that I did have an agent. Yeah. You understand? Because you know, hey man, I'm Brady Ball. You understand? So for me to sign with some Texas agents, they knew who I was. So they didn't care about, because we know we could shop him. Right. And when I didn't go over that to them DBs, I never forget my agent, and he probably on here listening because he always follow me. He said, "Man, Brady Bob, you big dummy." He's like, "You supposed to be prepared for that," and I didn't know. Because when they were working me and Kerry Scott out, and Kerry Scott will tell you, they was working me at receiver. I didn't know. I didn't play DB when they were working me out. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So my NFL dream demolished, and what happened was, man, I turned into a fat bastard. Really, I did. I turned into like, hey man, I got depressed, man. You know, football. That depression. I didn't want to watch football at all, man. I just really started watching football. It's painful. It's painful, man. Painful. So I want you to talk about how you being a comedian today, how it's really helped you, because I know you know the topic of this conversation is laugh through the pain. Yeah. It's funny now, like you said, you know, looking back, yeah, I can laugh at it, but during that time, it was not something you wanted to laugh about. Yeah. You know what was so crazy, man? I never forget, we was at K-State, and I was with one of my closest friends, DA. I don't know if you know DA. Talking about the Noy Allen? Huh? Talking about DA, the Hooper? Yeah. He been showing you, a lot of love, man, on Facebook in the chats, man. So we got basketball stories with Coach Snowden, and I noticed that every time I was at Kentucky State, everybody that, you know, all the people that used to be around Zaman, and everybody always was laughing when I was around. You understand? Everybody was laughing. So I thought about it, I said, man, you know what? I need to start doing comedy. So I used to rent out Bradford Hall, Lil Bradford. I used to rent out Lil Bradford. And when I used to rent out Lil Bradford, I had this comedy thing called Lil Big Bumpy Face Boy. And what happened was, you remember that?
Yeah.
I used to rent out the I used to rent out Lil Bradford, charge people $3 at the door, and do comedy at Kentucky State.
Yeah.
So that would really spark my comedy because the room will be packed. Lil Bradford will be wild up. Everybody coming out to see what B-Ball finna do. What the hell?
Hey, it was. I ain't gonna lie to
You know
you.
what I mean?
Man. Like I've always laughed at you. Like you
Yeah.
funny. Like you
Yeah.
are genuinely a funny guy. So you making that transition
Yeah.
from this HBCU standout and this NFL prospect to comedy. That was just that's
Man,
that's you.
Let me tell you something about Kentucky State people too. I think they kind of forget that and I'm not too my horn, man. I'm not. What I'm saying is, I seen a lot of trends at that school, man. From the way people dress, the way people talk, my lingo, what I used to say, things I used to do. I was the only player that I know that had his own dance when I scored my touchdown. Where the band did my halftime show dance. They did it. They used to do the b-ball.
Do the bebop.
Do the b-ball. I had my own dance, man, and even in the basketball games, I never forget, man, 2 years in a row, man, I hit like 2 game-winning shots to beat Central State. 2 years ago, at the buzzer, bam, at the buzzer. It's no I in team, but what I'm saying is, there was I set a lot of trends at that school.
Right.
And a lot of people kind of forget, like, damn, I call people little big face boy, you with your big face self up. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, people do stuff. People wear Issey Miyake because of me at the school.
Bro, you ain't bring Issey Miyake to the yard.
I brought Issey to the school, man. I did, man. In '98, I brought Issey. Nobody wasn't wearing Issey. I be in practice, they be like, man, you smell, what does that smell? I'm like, that's Issey, baby.
Bob,
you know what I'm saying? So,
to Frankfurt.
my whole thing was, when I'm around people, I don't care who it is, man, people was laughing. Anything I say, they'll laugh. I used to rap. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
When I didn't go to the NFL, man, I put together a plan. I said, you know what? I do music. I like music. One of my brothers, 2 of my brothers here in Houston, they're the top MCs here in Houston. I used to tell people, man, they're my brothers. They're my people. Lil Keke and Big Pokey, man, they're my brothers. I grew up with them. People didn't believe me. A lot of people thought I was always, Ray Ball don't know nobody.
Right.
Until they saw me on Sucker Free Sunday with Power Wall. Lil Keke, Power Wall was right there, Poke was right there, and I'm in the mix. And they're like, damn, this dude here really official. So, I used to try to do a lot of stuff. I used to host all the homecoming shows, all the step shows.
Sure.
When I didn't go to the league. I say, you know what? I'm going to try this entertainment thing.
But you were still dealing with that depression.
That pain.
Behind closed doors, you would go home and you would want to cry because you're not living the life that you wanted to live.
I thought that God wanted me to go down. I think I would have lost my soul. You understand?
Yeah.
Man,
You good?
I lost my soul because that's the whole key, man.
So are you telling me that that God was keeping you from possibly self-destruction had he allowed you to obtain that?
Because I didn't know how to manage money.
That's a very, very good perspective, Bob, that ties everything into this. Because that's where a lot of us as former athletes, we don't spend enough time talking about what could have happened had we made it. Would we be the people that we are today? Would we be the leaders we are today? Would we even have the testimony we have if we obtained this one thing that we just poured into the first 27, 26 years of our lives? And for him to still have his hand over our lives during this time, letting us know that, listen, it's all working together for your good.
It's all working together.
I got you.
K-State taught me how to survive, man.
I love that.
It taught me how to survive. It taught me, hey, man, you think this is what you need? Because education was always in the back of my head. All right. My mama say, you think you're going to go to the NFL? I'll never forget, my mama made me write this thing. If I don't go to NFL, I'm going to get my degree. She put it in her Bible. When I didn't go to the NFL, she brought that bad book out.
Wow.
Made me read it. Now, this is something I wrote up in high school because I know I'm going to the NFL. Mom, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to do this, daddy. And, you know,
That's that promise we all made.
Yeah.
Yep.
She brought that piece of paper out and it was signed. She said, I'm going to sue you if you don't get your degree.
Mama was playing.
And she right here. She right in here. She's over my house because I just took her to, we just took her down to go see my grandmother. I mean, my great grandmother's house in Louisiana where she grew up. And just being real with you, man, I mean, I had to honor that because she spent so much money and her and my family spent so much money. And the whole kids, you need to get that degree so it can help you because you're not promised the NFL. NFL is only really three years of your life that you really can play.
You got an expiration date.
Got an expiration date.
If you make it, it has an expiration date.
Expiration date.
Let me ask you this: how long did it take you to get that degree, to get that diploma, to cash in on that promise that you and her had between each other?
Say, man, I graduated in 1994. It took me 10 years.
Say it one more time.
10 years.
So to somebody that's watching this, I want to encourage you. If you are in a situation where you feel as though,
don't give up.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Man, I went through, man.
What'd you say?
I went through 3 presidents.
You went through three school presidents, huh, Bob?
I went through 3 presidents, man, at Kentucky State, man.
But you finished.
But hey, that's the key. If you start, long as you what?
As long as you finish, man.
And I finished, man. I never forget, man.
I salute you for that. I commend you for that. And I've always admired that of you because you did not stop. You did not listen to the naysayers. You didn't listen to the jokes. You continued to do what you was the promise you had made to Mama.
I made it.
Don't get her that degree.
Fulfilled it. That was for her. It wasn't for me. I didn't care. I didn't care.
But that it meant a lot to her, though.
A lot. It meant right now. It meant like right now. I could at least because I have 3 sisters and I'm the only boy. Out of her kids, one of my sisters did try to come to Kentucky State, but she didn't, you know, understand at the time. She didn't really know what this was about because when I got man, this is real talk, man. Let me tell you some real talk. Man, I had a 1.9. I had a 1.9 grade point average.
Wow.
Coming back from the NFL, trying to go to the NFL, 1.9. So now for me to play,
you put all your chips on the table. So you was like, I'm going to the league.
For me to pledge, it took me a whole year to get all those grades back up. Hey, hold on, excuse me. Pastor, go get my charger, get my phone from me. It took me a whole year to get my grade point average up. I worked hard that summer, man. Get my grades back up to par. I had a 1.9.
Wow.
Pastor, it's in my black bag. Hold on, my bad. It's in my black bag. I had a 1.9, man. I could have stopped.
Somebody need to hear that, man. Somebody needs to
hear 1.9.
And you didn't quit. You fought.
And I never forget, man. And this just because I got to give my brothers, I got to show them love because they took a chance on me and pledged me to be alpha, you know. Thank you, sir. Hey, go get that other the stitch cord so I can plug this up. So they took a chance on me for me to pledge. Man, I got my grades up, Kenny, from a 1.9 to a 2.9. All in 1 year, Kenny.
That's a big deal, man.
All in 1 year, Kenny.
That's a big deal.
Honestly, listen to what I'm saying. So fall 2002, I didn't have. Yes, sir. I plugged that up for me. I didn't have the grades. Excuse me. I'm trying to so we won't lose.
You're good, man. Hey, Lowrider said you a K-State legend, by the way.
But see, you know, when you got somebody like a Lowrider that you have somebody like that that's my friend, my brother, that ain't scared to give me the props. You understand? And that's big, man. And I feel I am. I feel I am a legend, man. I'm a legend here. I'm a legend here in Houston.
You got a lot of love in the Facebook chat. When we get off of this, hop in there, man. People showing you a lot of love for sure.
Man, it's real, man. Because I showed them love.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's not. Let me tell you something, Kenny. It's not one person that ran across me that I didn't show love to.
You remember, Zoe, Alonzo Scott.
That's my son.
He said, Bob kept a smile on his face.
He tried to grow he tried to grow his beard like me. He think he's me and stuff.
I just seen him a few weeks ago, man.
That child brought over to him. I'm sitting that child.
Hey, check this out, Bob. I would be remiss if I did not pay homage and salute one of the guys who really molded me to be the receiver that I was. And remember Coach Juan Taylor, the receiver?
That's my guy.
He just hopped in the Facebook chat. So, Coach, I want to salute you because he used to take me to Exum, and he really is the one who I had to learn how to run a slant route. And he got me together. He worked my footwork to a T, and him and Coach Smith, they was real big on getting that line of scrimmage and making sure that I knew how to position my body on the field, leverage my, arms when I'm pulling, all of that. So I couldn't let him come in here, man, without at least, saluting him.
Say, let me tell you something about Juan Taylor. That was my receiver coach.
What?
He fought teeth and nails just to get me in the game.
I didn't know
that. When I got in the game, he said, I told y'all.
Hey, he was my runners, I know.
That was my receiver coach. And when I say we down to the same age,
He's so smooth with his routes, man.
He a legend. He was a legend. You know what I'm saying? So you got back to somebody like a Low Rock, let's say that. You know what I'm saying? Big shouts out to Coach Taylor too, man. I love him. I used to go to his house and fish in his backyard. Now, let me tell you something. Not too many, and it's real talk. We're gonna keep it real. Not too many coaches let players come to their house.
He just said something about it. He said he said come over his house to catch all his fish.
All his fish. now you mind me? I'm a grown man. I'm not no 19-year-old, 18-year-old. I mean, I used to go to his house and fish and eat with his wife and his daughter, man.
That's love, man.
I used to have a key to Coach Smile's house. We're gonna keep it real. Coach McGriff used to come and pick me up. Coach Smile and them used to come, because I was grown. I never got no trouble at school.
Right.
I never got caught doing stuff wrong at the schoolhouse. You understand?
I played under Coach Ferrier. So I still got a relationship with him today. Where I just talked to him a couple of days ago.
Yeah. Coach Jones.
That's my guy.
It's just, you got people like a Gregory Lowrider, man. That was Mr. Kentucky State.
Yeah.
That's like my brother, man. It ain't no like, he's my brother. I know his whole family. So for him to say that, man, that's love because he's sure of himself. It's a lot of cats that went to school with us that wasn't really sure of themselves.
Right.
So they're not going to be able to give me I know I'm supposed to be in the Hall of Fame. I know it. I know I should be in the Hall of Fame at Kentucky State. I know it. But in due time, it'll happen.
Absolutely.
It'll happen in 2 hours. But can't nobody say that I never, ever showed. I showed everybody love. When I say with laughter and having fun, everybody. I used to host all the shows with all the Belgium parties with Reese.
Yeah.
With DJ Sakari.
Yep.
I hit people on to the South Side. Man, I set some trends up there, man.
Yes, sir.
It's not put myself on it's sometimes people forget. It's not put myself on the pedestal. They just forgot. But it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't forgot.
So let's talk about let's fast forward, Bob, because along the lines of people forgetting, I think that there's some things recently that has taken place that has transpired in your life personally that you did forget. You talking about Bob now. You may be talking about him in a couple of different ways in regards to the loss of your high school teammate who you talked about earlier in our conversation.
My receiver.
Yeah,
he was in the receiver corps.
But you just wasn't friends with him. Like his if people paid attention to what you just shared with us over the last few weeks,
Yeah.
You have been with that family, the family
Yeah.
of George Floyd, throughout the entire memorial tour.
The whole thing, man.
So that love that you're talking about, how you love all these people, that love got to be genuine if this family during this time allowed you to be a part of that transition of their loved one. So talk to me a little bit about that and how all of this, because you know, many of us have lost or have dealt with losing a loved one or dealt with, but I don't think there's many of us that have been forced to deal with this when the event has been played all over national news. To be in a position where you have to grieve and you have to, the spotlight in the world is looking at you on how you're going to respond, how you're going to react during this time. So share with me a little bit, man, just about like how you've been able to really keep it all together. And like you said, you've been laughing through your pain, but this one is a little different, bro. Like this one is a tough one to battle. So share with me a little bit about, man, just, you know, that, well, not that, this situation and this challenge, this giant that you're facing right now.
Well, you know, one thing about it, you know, like I said, we went to the same junior high together.
Okay.
Now, he's been tall my whole life. Big Floyd. He was 6.
Yeah, that's a big dude, man.
My whole life. He was so I played point guard and shooting guard in middle school and high school. And so you gotta understand, if you play in 2 sports, you're around that person all the time.
Oh yeah.
All the time. Hold on. Hey, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. That's my family, man. You know how it is, baby.
You good.
So if you're around, imagine you're around somebody that you played middle school ball with your whole life. Just imagine you, middle school and high school, that you're around that person. And then y'all create a bond. He play receiver, I play receiver. So we're in the same core together.
Mm-hmm.
We catching the same routes. We working hard after practice. We putting up shots all day long from the athletic perspective. One thing about Floyd, one thing about my friend, my grandfather he just passed last year. He was a pivotal person in all of our lives in Houston at my high school that I went to, because a lot of cats didn't have father figures. See, I had 2 to be in a lot of my friends' life. I had my father and I had my grandfather to be in a lot of my friends, my brothers that played on a state team. Imagine you going to state.
Right.
You're going to state, like you're going to play in a state game. You're going to play the 6 games that you have to play.
Yeah.
From 7th grade until our last game, it was just like a relationship that you know that'll never ever die. When you do this, something that you're doing every day, he's doing the same thing.
So that was your guy.
He's doing the same thing I'm doing. When I go to run my routes, he's behind me, or I'm in front of, or he in front of me.
Yeah.
When I'm shooting the free throws, he's shooting free throws. We in the gym in the basketball court at the same time. Mm-hmm. You understand? So, and we both silly. We was both silly. I'm talking about, man, you can't fathom how silly. You think I was silly at K-State. Right. Man, I was silly in high school. You understand? But it was like a good silly. Like, we love to laugh and have a good time.
Right.
So that Monday night, I couldn't sleep. I don't know why. I couldn't sleep. It was Memorial Day. I just went over to my family house and they was cooking and everything. But I had to go to work because, I'm a school teacher. For those who don't know, I'm a school teacher. Also, a high school special ed education school teacher. I am a school teacher. So I had to go to school, but the kids wasn't there. But I couldn't sleep. So this is Tuesday morning. So I woke up and I said something on my live or whatever. I always say. So when I got to my school, my uncle hit me in the Facebook time, and it said George Floyd. And I'm like, George Floyd? I only know one George Floyd, but he in Minnesota. Wait a minute. Man, I clicked on that. Till this day, I saw it, but I couldn't finish. I never finished it. Like, I haven't seen like it all the way through.
Right. And I understand that.
Kenny, let me tell you something. That could have been you.
True.
You, my brother.
True.
Think about all the interactions me and you had.
Yep.
Remember when you was playing football? I used to always come up to you and say, man, you're gonna be all right, boy. Man.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Man, I used to say, man, hey, you can have my hands. You can have my hands.
You sure did.
These hands are sure, man. You can catch.
Definitely, I remember that.
The encouragement that I always had.
Yep.
With you.
Yep.
I could have turned on the TV and that could have been a Kenny Hampton. Just think about it. That could have been Gregory Lowrider. That could have been Samuel. That could have been, I'm just talking about Jabbar. No, I'm not just talking, not that could have been CP.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? That could have been Legino. The people that you play. Look, that could have been any one of y'all.
Yeah.
You understand? It would just so happen that he played football with me at Yates. He was my brother. My grandfather used to mentor him. He used to go to my grandfather's house and sit with my grandfather when I'm at Kentucky State.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be over my grandfather's house. I call my grandfather Floyd, Big Floyd, just left him. You understand? And watching my grandfather was like, and my dad was like the men in the neighborhood that had different people that they love, and my family.
That's how my dad is with my friends. All the guys that I came up with playing sports with, even college to this day, like Chief got a fantastic relationship with my dad because of who my dad is.
Chief, my son too. That's my son.
So silly, man. But my dad got a relationship with Lowrider, Chief, all my guys that I play ball with. That's how it is.
Yeah. And so for me to turn on to look at that, and I seen my friend, somebody that I blood, sweat, and tears with every single day, in another chapter of my life that I had to put aside to become a man. So he was with me in my middle school and high school years. Now, whatever he did after high school, I never had a bad experience with him while I was in school. Never got no trouble, never did nothing. But it doesn't justify them putting their knee, whatever he did, and breaking his neck and killing him. That doesn't justify nothing. So when I couldn't sleep that night, and when I woke up and I saw who it was, and then I found out that he died, I was out of there. Man, when I say it could have been any one of us, I would have cried the same way because of the love. I know who he really is. I know the love, and then somebody like you, I know how you love me, and how you got love. The guy, he was when I say a big gentle giant, man, the guy had like I say, despite of whatever they're gonna try to bring out on him.
Oh yeah.
They want to justify what they did.
Yeah.
Forget that. The guy was always a lovable guy around me. He always showed me. He called me Big Play Ball. For real. Because when we played, I had to come because wasn't nothing given to me when I played. Every year, anytime I ever played sports, I always had to prove myself.
Yeah.
Even at Kentucky State, I always had to prove myself. Even in high school at Yates, I had to prove myself because people didn't never give me nothing like some other players got. Okay, but here you go. I had to prove myself. So when I come in the game, I'm catching everything.
Yeah.
He called me Big Play Ball. So when I saw him on the ground crying, And then when he was crying for his mother, then I found out he was deceased. Man, I was crying the whole time. I stayed in my house. I stayed in my house a whole week. This is no lie.
Wow.
I had to go to work, but when I saw those cops doing that, my whole body, for some reason, my body got warm. Like my whole body got warm. Like I wanted to go through the phone and, you know, tackle them. Like, get off my homeboy, man. Yeah. You tripping? That's Big Floyd.
Right.
You not know who he is.
Right.
Come on, right. Get off of him. So
yeah.
When I saw that, man, they, you know, it was just crazy because I was like, man, they don't know what they just did. They killed a real good dude, man, a lovable dude, man, big guy, my big fellow, yeah. big homie, man. You understand? And I was boo-hooing and crying. And when I say I get off of work, and my last day was that Wednesday at work because we finished. From that Wednesday on till that Saturday morning, I stayed in my house. I was in my house. I didn't go out. I didn't go protest. The first day I went out at this park called Emancipation Park in Houston, I went out and I just sat back and looked at everybody. Mm-hmm. I seen all his friends, all my friends, high school friends, they was out. But God told me to sit down and peace be still. Mm. He said, sit down, Brady. Because I didn't know why I was sitting down. You know, they had other people around here, you know, on TV, protesting, all out and about, you know, and protesting for them. I stayed in my house. And when I stayed in my house, that Saturday morning, I woke up. And this is a real story. I woke up and I saw an Instagram message. And it said, Brady, call me ASAP. Mm. And I was like, who is this? I didn't know who it was. And it said, we want you to speak at George Floyd's funeral.
Wow.
Now, mind you, now you know who I am. Most people say, you know, Brady Bob, he in the limelight. Oh, he doing this. Brady Bob. Man, I sat down. I didn't move. I honestly sat my butt down and didn't move because I was hurt, man. I was really hurt because this is my brother. This is one of my brothers.
Yeah.
This is my brother, man. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to do nothing. Mm-hmm. Oh, hold on. Hey, somebody playing something?
I can't hear it, Bob. You good?
You can hear?
I cannot hear you good.
You can't hear?
I cannot hear what you hear in the background.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So when I sat down and I saw that message and I text back, I'll be honored. I'll be honored to speak because that's my friend, that's my brother.
Right.
You understand? And so I called him back. I called his family back. And I was like, for sure, what y'all need me to do, whatever y'all need me to do, right. I'll do it.
Right.
And so they was like, well, we want you to do something. Are you free? I'm like, free to do what? Well, this is what we want you to do. We want you to come and be with us. Be with y'all where? We're going to Minnesota. We're going to North Carolina. His immediate family. We want you to speak at in Minnesota, Minneapolis. I'm like, ooh, me? Wait. I'm like, what? How y'all want me? He has thousands of friends.
Right.
Why me? Why Brady Bob? Why Brady Bob? God was preparing me because I don't want no goddamn limelight. Excuse my language. I don't want no limelight. I want my friend back. I don't give a damn about this. I want my friend back, man. This is somebody pain. This hurting me, man. Mm-hmm. I'm crying. You know how you do. You know that cry. That
right.
I can't keep my breath. Type cry. You know, by myself talking to God. So when his family said, "We want you to take this journey with us. We need you. We need your laughter." So and they also said, out of all of his friends, We know you know how to articulate yourself and talk, because we're gonna need you to speak. We know that you're a stand-up guy in the community. We know that you finished with your degree. We know that you're a teacher. We need those type of people around us in this time. And I'm like, wow, that means a lot. Till this day, I'm still like, wow, oh man. You know, they asked Brady Ball about all the people. You understand? And so when I thought about it, God was preparing me. You understand? God prepared me to be strong for his family. And when I say I did what God asked me to do, because it was times we all was crying. We was all having that the moments, and it was time where I was able to laugh with them. They wanted to hear those stories and wanted to talk to me about the times when Floyd was playing sports and how y'all used to act and what y'all used to do. So I was able to pull those stories out of my mind and out of my brain and give it to him and let him know how he was just on playing ball, because he easily could have been in the NFL or the NBA.
Right.
Easily. He went to college. He went to South Florida. You understand? Floyd went down to Minnesota to change his life the same way I went to Kentucky State. He was working down there, doing what he's supposed to do. Went out there doing nothing bad. He was making good money, working at I think he was working at an oil rig or something. He was making good money.
Right, right.
And when I think about all the encounters that I've had with police, even at Kentucky State University, that could have been me, man. All the encounters that my friends had, and they tell me with police, that could have been you all. You understand? That could have been anybody, man.
Yeah.
But it was just so happened. Like I said, man, if you listen to the speech that I made, that was from the heart, man. I'm looking at everybody up there. It turned to politics after a while, man. It turned into. So I was like, man, what can I say, man, that people haven't heard? And the best thing I can say, man, is love.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you go back and listen to my speech, it was about love, man. Because that's not hard to give, man.
No,
it's easy to give love, man. You understand? Just like I'm not afraid to tell you I love you. You know, as a little brother, I'm a little older than you, so that's the reason why I always, when you saw me, I always gave love, because that's easy, man. You show people love, and that's what Floyd was, man. He showed love, man. He was a lovable dude, man. And like I say, man, everybody say Floyd changed the world. No. Those policemen that stepped on his neck, that killed him, changed the world, man. And I'm still hurting because I'm used to seeing him laugh. You know, it's stuff that we did, and I like. Only he and I know that can make you laugh, make me laugh.
Right.
Because you know, he could be somewhere different in America, and I could be somewhere and I see him, or he see me, or he'll call me. We just bust our laugh. Just silly, you know, just silly stuff. And
yeah,
I can't do that no more. And that's the pain of it. And man, I'm talking about death has been 2020, man. I really hate 2020, man. I hate it. But you got to understand God. God plan. He has his own plan. Like that song Drake say. We as black men, we got to make sure that we love our family, love people around you. You know, people gonna hate, man. The devil got a job too, man. But when the pain comes, you got to be able to understand how to control your aggression. You understand? Not everybody's bad. Not everybody's good. Not all cops bad. Not all cops good. Not all black people good. Not all black people bad. Not all, white people good. Not all white people bad.
Right.
It's really a spiritual warfare that we all going through, man. It depends on what side are you on.
That's
you
true.
Understand? So
people really
love is the key, man.
No, you're absolutely right about that.
You understand? Love is the key, man. And for me to go through this, Kenny, I'm strong, man, to even be talking about it because, you know, I wanna cry about it. And I didn't cry about it. I don't have any more tears, man.
Right.
Now it's time for justice. That's the whole thing. It's justice for Breonna Taylor. You know, justice for George Floyd. You know, justice for Aubrey. And you know, it's so many. But we've been getting lynched and killed. Our whole, you know, our ancestors, they've been getting lynched and killed since the beginning of America time.
Right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? But we also got to do better as Americans, Black Americans. You understand? So a lot of people want, oh man, the police did this, man. Man, hey man, say man, we not holding our own self accountable for the actions that we go through. You understand? The things that we do. And you know, a lot of us, we hate on each other.
That's a good point.
It's sad, man. It's sad. But then when something like this happens, we want to stand up. Why you ain't standing up when this dude beat up this lady? Why you ain't standing up when this black man got this gun trying to shoot this black man? You know, why we ain't standing up about the music that we listen to?
That's a good
point. It's deep, man. It's deep, man. It's deep. And a lot of people don't know that I'm really a deep person. I can go into teacher mode. I can go into that mode, talk about the Willie Lynch, the bombings of Alabama, Emmett Till. You know, America has a history of lynching and killing blacks. They have a history. God said, this is the last day. This is it, man. You understand? Because I'm tired of seeing my brothers being killed by police. I'm tired of my brothers being killed by themselves. I'm tired of it, man.
I'm right there with you.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of black men. We not all, because I don't want people to think that I'm bashing us. We gotta fix ourselves first. Tired of black men not take care of their kids. Tired of black women not doing this. I'm tired of that. So guess what? There's so much stuff that I'm tired of. Let's throw that away. Let's start giving back to the black community, whether it's economics or mental stability. You understand? It's so much stuff that we got to do for each other to get ourselves out this hole, so they can say, okay, they mean business. We the beast. You understand? Me and you, we the beast. We're smart, educated black men. We the beast. They mad that we like that we're smart. They're mad. But guess what? It's okay. We gotta come out this hole. Once we get out this hole, we'll be all right, man. I might not see it, like Martin Luther King said. I might not see it. I might not.
That's powerful.
I might not.
That's
but
powerful.
Guess what? Your brother right here, because me joining that movement with them, I'm in the history books. My face will be my face is in the history books. Because
I commend you and I salute you for being able to have that strength, not only for you to be able to do it, but I commend you for being responsive to that request from that family. You know, that family reached out to you. It was one of the most difficult times that they've ever experienced. And they thought enough of you and your relationship with him that they needed your presence not because of who you are, but it's who you are connected to and who is inside of you. So I commend you, bro, for being able to give them whatever God assigned you to give them during that time. And you did a phenomenal job, man.
Man, I appreciate it. I needed them, whether they know it or not. Even though they reached out to me, I needed them because I don't know if I wouldn't experience that, I wouldn't have known what I know now. Do you understand? I got to talk to President Obama, man.
Say that one more time.
I got to talk to President Obama.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's major, Bob.
Al Sharpton loves me.
Rev was laying it down, wasn't he? He
Man,
wasn't
look,
around.
let me tell you something. People talk about people so much.
Mm-hmm.
People have a perspective on, man, that guy mean business, man. People have a perspective on some people. They like, man, oh man, I saw this, but man, that man hit it on the nail. He tired, man. He just seen his people go through so much stuff.
He has.
Then when you got somebody like a Ben Crump, these guys mean business, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rubbing elbows with them. They seeing like, God, why you got me in here, Lord?
Because he got
Al Sharpton say, man, you clean, boy. He came to me say, I know you was somebody when I got off stage and spoke. He said, man, you're gonna have to, you might be the next leader, one of the leaders. I was like, what?
So Bob, that's what this is all about.
Woo!
That next at bat in your life.
Mm.
You're in the on deck circle right now. And you are actually, I would take it a step further. You are out of the circle and you're actually in the batter's box.
Yeah.
And people are counting on you to lock in, to focus in, and to knock this out of the park.
Yeah, man.
Because you've been tasked with an incredible assignment to do something that people will talk about for years. And here's the cool thing about it, Bob. You don't even have to do nothing outside of what you've been doing your entire life.
Oh, man.
It's just showing love, being Bob, and laughing through your pain.
Yeah, man. It's like hey, man, what you doing, man? Like, man, I commend you, man, for you to have me on your show, man. And we gonna go and be real, man. We gonna go and be real. A lot of people saw that was my, like my brother.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna be real. K-State, again, dealing with somebody like K-State, I love everybody,
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people didn't reach out. A lot did, but a lot of people didn't reach out. I don't know if they was kind of like scared, like, damn. Because when something happened, tragedy, you be scared to reach out.
Sometimes people don't know how. You don't know what to say. Man. You don't know what to say. Especially on this magnitude. This is a different ball game.
I know, man. But I still got love for everybody. I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
But I just know that I needed K-State. When I say if you went to K-State, I needed you. I needed you because now after I said what I said in the speech, it was crazy love. Like, because I guess people see me in a different light, like, man, Brady Ball silly. Oh man, Brady Ball. But then I'm like, damn, Brady Ball really gave a good speech. It meant something. Because they always see me in a laughter mode. I'm very smart, man.
No, I never doubted it, man.
I'm not saying that you doubt it. I'm very intelligent, man. Very smart. To the point where it scares me, because when you try to break stuff down to people, they're like, oh man, here this fool go again.
Sometimes, man, we're called to be the rock. Dealing with my brother at the age of he passed away at 25, 9 years ago.
Wow.
I talk about it in my book, The Underdog Mentality, man, where that was a giant in my life. Being faced with, how do you respond to something like this?
Yeah.
When you are the oldest child in the family, or you've been looking at that rock, you gotta find that strength, and you gotta ask God to hold you up so that you can be that source of strength for other people. And you have been that source of strength for a lot of people, and especially that family during this time. So you are basically on assignment right now.
I know.
To making sure that when people need you, that love that you talk about, you got to be ready to pour that thing out, man, because people they know where to find real love. That's why you got that request from your family during that time.
And Kenny, like I said, for them to come and reach out to me, and it makes me think like, why me? But then, like I said, if you're intact with God, God was like, why not you?
Why not you? Like,
See, let me
who-
tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. God don't talk to me, you know, like the Joel Osteen voice. Oh, really? No, God say, man, get your ass up. Go out there and do what I tell you to do, man. That's how God talk to me. I don't know about y'all. You know, some people like, you know, you might have that voice when you hear God. Now God say, man, get your ass up. Go do what you're supposed to do. I don't want to hear it. And God talk to me like a daddy. I can hear like a daddy voice in my head. Like,
I don't know if he say them word like
he
that.
do to me. He do to me. Look, somebody from the gospel choir from the gospel or something, they hold it without and say, "Praise the Lord, God."
That's what Bob hear.
But that's what I hear. You know what I'm saying? God get on me, man. God will get on me.
I'm
God
sure
like,
he does.
man, hey, get your butt up, bro.
I'm
You
sure he
tripping.
does, man.
Come on, man.
I'm sure he does.
But that's just the way. That's my relationship
Right.
with my father.
Right.
Everybody got a different, like with my kids, I have a different relationship with my kids.
The key
My
word.
son, I gotta be a little more lenient. I gotta get on my son's ass. I'll bust his head.
The key word is relationship.
With my daughters, I gotta be sweet. Oh, baby, no.
Right.
Because I gotta prepare my son for this world. I gotta prepare my son for this crazy world out here. He a black man.
Right.
I gotta make sure that he's strong, man.
Right.
I gotta make sure that he understands. And if I don't do it, who gonna do it?
No, that's real.
The people gonna do it. The people, like my people say, you know, we black in my family. The white folks don't take care of you, but and that means the system.
Right.
So I got to make sure, and my people make sure that I'm mentally straight, man.
Yeah.
And then another thing, I gotta show love, because when I say show love to my fraternity, I pledged at 28 years old. 28. I had to humble myself. I'm the oldest to ever come through my chapter at 28. So a lot of people don't know the history of Brady Ball. It means a lot, because if I can humble myself to some kids younger than me, dudes younger than me, go through a pledging process, I had to humble myself.
Right.
You understand? I know how to humble myself. The youngest was Whitney M. Young. I'm the ancient one. I don't know if you was there when I pledged.
I was.
That was a humbling experience, man. You understand? To put me in a position to right now, to be, you know, to be ready for the world.
Right.
And Alpha put me in that position. It did, because I wasn't humble. When I got cut from the NFL, I was humble then. But when I was trying to go, I wasn't humble, man, at all. See, God will humble you real quick.
Oh yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oh yeah.
He'll humble you real quick.
Absolutely.
Real quick.
Absolutely.
You see, that's why I'm telling you. God would tell me, all right, I told you, you ain't gonna go to the NFL like I want you to go, but I want you to do something else. So right now in my life, I'm doing something else. You understand? I'm going to the lead and other stuff.
There you go. Because we can take that experience and we can leverage that to make the next chapter of our lives the best chapter of our lives, because we can grow in so many other things in life.
Many other stuff.
And that's what we want to sow into the lives of these other athletes on this platform, is that by all means, go after it. I kid you not. Go after your dream, because you only get one shot to do it.
You only get one shot.
So when you going after it, give it everything you got. But if you do not make it, just know that it is positioning you for something else in life, and it's all working together for your good.
And that's when you got to tune into your talents that God gives you.
Right, because he just didn't create you to be a football player.
Because look, it's called recreation. You're going out having fun. You don't want to wreck your creation. Not trying to get deep. Think about it. It's recreation.
Right.
Like right now, Kenny, man, I'm being real, man. I got Earl Campbell knees right now, man. My knees hurting, dog.
I bet.
My knees hurt, man.
I bet.
Hey, man, I'm in there walking like Earl Campbell. Not trying to be funny enough, but I am. I'm a comedian. I'm laughing through my pain.
Laughing through your pain.
You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, when I'm up on stage, Kenny, when I look out and I'm doing comedy, here in Houston, it's sea of people.
Mm-hmm.
Look like, golly, man, they coming to see Brady Ball. Wow, man, shit. Oh, but God prepared me for that, man. He said, man, hey, you can do whatever I want you to do. I gave you these talents. You know you got the talent. You
Right.
better not be scared to use them. Because when I'm gone, he's gonna say, I did not give you that talent. Why you don't sing? Why you ain't trying to talk to these little boys to help them be a better man?
Mm-hmm.
Why you ain't do this when I tell you to do that? I listen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do it, God. You're right. I can't lie. I'm gonna do it. So a lot of people don't know who I am. I'm very spiritual. I'm a very spiritual person, man. I'm very, very, because like I said, in 1998, I gave my life to God, man, in 1998.
But you also got a relationship. You touched on that. You said that's the relationship that me and God has, and that's that's key. You got to have a relationship. If you don't have a relationship, then there's no connection whatsoever.
Yeah,
it's
man.
not going to be unconditional. It's going to be on a condition basis, and that's not what you have. So
yeah,
I commend you, man, for just being who you are. And
I'm not gonna change. So
right.
that's one thing, Kenny. Let me tell you something. You know, like I said again, man, I'm so devastated that my friend is gone. I'm mad, man. I think about him every single day.
Wow.
You understand? Every single day since this happened, I think about like, oh man, Big Floyd, oh man, dang.
Mm-hmm.
When I did that speech for the family, I was supposed to speak in Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people didn't know that, the first fruit. But Ben Crump and Al Sharpton said the family needs to speak. But the family like, no, we want Brady Ball to speak. No, they be like, no, the family needs to speak. Y'all need to speak. Brady will speak in Houston. I'm like, okay, well, no problem. I'm here for y'all. It is what it is.
Right.
So for me to put out in the atmosphere love in the world, because the world was watching. The opportunity that God has, the ladder that God has put me on. Not saying that I don't think I'll ever get to that point again in my life. If I work hard, you understand? But through death, you understand? It's not even a blessing to me. But maybe to God, it was like, man, I want you to do something else too, right?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yep.
Let people know, and for you to put me on this platform for your show. You understand? And for you to do something, I know it's people out there to say, man, I want to do that. See, you weren't scared to reach back at Brady Ball. But you also got to remember it's a domino effect. You got to remember when I was in that position, who did I reach to? You.
You reached back to me and was like, hey, man, I'm going to bless you with these hands.
It was funny. But every time I saw you, I used to get you focused, say, man, go out there, do your thing every game, man.
Yeah.
I was at every game watching you. I say, ooh, McKinney, he going. Because I was there. I know. I was rooting for you. You understand? So for you to do something like this, I'm so proud of you, man.
Oh, man, I appreciate that, man.
Keep doing this, man, because this is almost a therapeutic. This is therapeutic for us to get this out so we can get that bad, energy out, remembering, the NFL.
Yeah.
Damn.
Normally,
this
how much you mean to me. Normally, I only go an hour on this.
Yeah.
You're going 2 hours and some change, but because of the relationship and because of the story and what you're going through, and during this season of your life, I felt that this is appropriate for you, because you just said that it was therapeutic, because we don't talk to men about this kind of stuff.
Man, I needed it.
I didn't talk to many men. I didn't talk to anybody during my darkest days dealing with identity crisis and depression.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to know I was hurting. I didn't want you to know I was weak. I had a wife and 2 beautiful kids I was raising. I had to deal with this when they went to sleep.
Sleep, man.
Yeah. This stuff is real that we deal with, man.
No, man.
A job, walking into a building working with people who we do not want to be around as a reminder every day, I'm living a life I never thought I would be living. But it's my reality.
My reality. You're right, man. You're right, man.
But
you wearing it. You wearing it well. You understand? No, you are, man. We are. We wearing it well, man. Because when you put your mind together and you do something like what you're doing, man, you know how many black men that's gonna wanna be on your show?
And that's why I'm trying to be obedient to what God has called me to do. You know, I asked him to give me guidance on who I even asked to come on this platform and share their story, because it's something that we all, former athletes, we're battling. And I'm just grateful that God has given me a story to now have the strength to be a victorious individual against depression, regret, anxiety, identity crisis, so that I'm okay talking about this now.
Yeah. See, and it's not a narcissism attitude. I don't want people to think, okay, Brady Ball talking about himself. No, I'm not talking about myself. All I know is me.
That's it.
I don't know nobody else, y'all. I don't know. I really and truly don't know nobody else, to the point where as I have to put myself above somebody, because when I put myself on a pedestal, it's just that I worked hard to put myself there.
Right.
You understand? I'm not trying to put myself on, like I said, a narcissistic attitude. That's not me, but I do have confidence in myself. And like I said, I am intact with God, like Wi-Fi. You know, like it's like a Wi-Fi. I'm intact with him, man. It's Wi-Fi. You gotta be Wi-Fi connected to Jesus, man. You got to be connected to the Almighty.
Come on, Bob.
Yeah, you got to be connected, man. Because if you're not connected, you're not gonna. His steps are not gonna be ordered. You got to order his steps.
Come on.
You understand? When you order his steps, you know where you're gonna move.
Come on.
You know which way. Okay. Oh, I felt that I'm going this way. It's like pain. I hate pain because I've dealt with so much pain in my life.
Facts.
And guess what? It's not even the 7th month. July not even here. We still got days
left.
Man, in 2020 has beat me up. I just found out a friend of mine, mother passed, and another friend of mine, a young lady, she passed. And I'm steady getting hit with this death stuff. But we can't shake it. We can't shake it. While we here, we gotta make sure that he understands that, hey man, I don't know his plan. But at least I'm gonna try my best to stay on it.
You keep following what he's asking you to do, man. You continue to be obedient and continue to allow him to order your steps like you've been doing, and he's gonna continue to show himself faithful time after time after time, because he never left you, and he'll never forsake you. So he is.
Yeah.
And he got you in the palm of his hands, brother. I'm just grateful and thankful that we've had this time to actually sit down as Black men that have similar stories, similar giants in our lives, to help somebody else who is battling some things that you and I discussed today, that is going to help them slay these giants, man. But it's because of that relationship. It's because of that relationship.
I'm proud of it.
What's that?
From a big brother to a little brother, I'm proud of it. I love you. I'm proud of it because I see you, you know, with your family. You know, I see you, black love. I see the black love. And the K-State love too. Your wife from K-State.
Yeah.
I love her. I love you. I love your kids. I love you. You know, I mean, did I meet him in homecoming? I'm not sure I can remember. But I love your kids like I love you.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying, be real. So, man, I'm down with you, man. Like I said, man, I got a lot of friends, NFL friends, that I'm a pull them your way. Like, man, I want you to do a show for my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Because you brought it out of me. You brought this out of me. And while you bringing this out of me, man, I feel even better because I have somebody that really understands me. There's a lot of people, a lot of Kentucky State people, I don't think they really understand. Right?
Mm.
Do y'all know who I am? And even not even saying that, like I said, the narcissism, I'm not doing it. But do y'all really know who Great Bob is?
Right.
I come from the gutter, man. You hear me?
Yeah. Your audio, something's going on with your audio, Bob.
Can you hear me now?
It's getting a little bit better.
Okay. You know that old cricket, man.
It's all good, man. You good.
I ain't got no cricket. I got to go. But yeah, man, I come from the gutter, man. I come from the slums. But my mentality is not of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So my whole thing is, man, keep it player, keep it 100, keep it pimping, 10 toes down to the ground.
That's
You
it.
know? I'm not gonna change. I'm still gonna be me. I'm gonna still be real. I'm gonna be me, man. I'm gonna be me, man. If you need me anytime, I'll do it for you, man. Not too many people I'm gonna do it for because I don't think their heart is in the right place. I know your heart is in the right spot.
You've always been my guy, man, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for you just taking time out of your schedule. I appreciate you for everything that you have shared, and hopefully somebody got something good out of this, man. I'm sure they did. It was good to see all the K-State people that came in and showed love, and just letting you know, man, from a brother to a brother, that I'm praying for you. I love you. If there's anything you can do, man, with what you got going on, feel free to let me know, and I got you. This has been an incredible conversation, Bob. I'm excited about this, man, and I'm gonna do all I can to continue to push forward. And as we continue to grow, let's do some more things together.
Exactly. I want to give a message out to the black men. Hey, man, we are under attack. We got to put down those guns. We got to pick up these books and educate ourselves.
That's good.
We got to put down these, we got to stop hating on each other. We got to show love, man. We're not going to defeat nobody unless we have each other backs. Don't quit, man. When times go wrong, don't quit, man. I want you to read this poem called Don't Quit. And this to the message to my black brothers, Don't quit. It's a poem called Don't Quit. Look it up. Read it. Don't quit, y'all, because we can't quit. We are the beast. We are the beast, us, black men. We come together. Can't nobody defeat us, man.
Amen.